The Morning X on the original 99X. It's Barnes and Leslie. Jimmy sitting in on the show for the full time today. I think the first time ever, the whole 7 to 10. And he's doing it in Barnesology style. Dude is broadcasting from the road in New York.
I'm really impressed.
You want to give out your hotel?
We are at the, we went different, the Ameritania Hotel.
I haven't heard
hear
of
that one?
Is it in Times Square?
No, it's in Central Park South. It's like right between Times Square and Central Park. Nice hotel, but they there's construction going on outside our window, which they don't tell you about until you actually get into the room.
Don't you hate that?
How is that
Wait a
legal?
second, that's not cool.
How is that legal?
Beach resorts do that all the time. You show. So sorry.
That's awful.
The beach is closed.
Right. We're booking a summer trip to Cayman and just found out that the beach at the hotel was wiped out a year ago. There is no beach. We just found out a year ago the beach was wiped out because of a hurricane, and there's no. Fortunately, I can change plans. But what if you get to your beach hotel and find out there's no beach, right?
That sucks.
Or find out that there's no heat or no AC in the room or whatever it is. How do
JB, stay tuned. I've got some good beach stuff coming up in the summer. I'll hit you up.
Okay.
Jimmy's not come yet on one trip.
Because the only trips you've invited us on are trips that we have to go on for like 2.5 weeks because there's no way to get off the island. It's like Survivor.
Most people would be thrilled with that.
But we can't, not everybody can go away for 2.5 weeks.
Well, you chose to be a real estate agent.
I did.
Now you're paying the price.
The France thing, we would go to your France bungalow in a heartbeat.
We're headed to, Leslie and I are headed there. We'll be doing the show from there. I've got my house sitter all set. I've got an Atlanta police officer who's house sitting. He loves cats, and he has big guns. So I like that.
I haven't taken 2 weeks off in my entire career.
It's going to be fun.
In a row.
Leslie knows 0 French, kind of like me. I know 3 words, maybe. But this should be a very entertaining time. Yeah. I cannot wait. This is the most time I've ever spent with Leslie outside of in a room, in a studio.
I'm pretty chill.
I know that. But this 2 weeks, Leslie, that's serious.
It's groundbreaking.
How many years have you been going to France?
6 or 7.
6 or 7 years, and you only know 3 words of French still?
Well, I can order breakfast and lunch because I have fromage and I have jambon. And, of course, no. But now I have an app. And oof.
Okay.
Oh, the app helps. I tried to take conversational French.
It's hard,
I don't
Jimmy.
remember any of it.
I just look at them and then my eyes start glazing over and they start freestyling and they go really fast and I just can't do it.
When Barnes goes to another country, the country has to adapt to Barnes.
Yes.
Right?
We send an advance warning. Right. I'm coming.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
All right, this is about you. We put out there for questions. We said we're going to have Jimmy Barron captive on the show from 7 to 10 on Wednesday. And if you have a question, so I thought we could go through some of those and you could answer them publicly. And we could get to the bottom of whatever these people want to get to the bottom of.
Let's
so we'll just pick it up. Timothy Dwell, who has a blue check on Facebook. Fancy.
Nice.
He said, Jimmy, did you ever make amends with Julio Iglesias?
Julio Iglesias?
What did you do to Julio Iglesias?
I have no idea. I have no idea what that's about.
I thought you would know.
Was I ever in a feud with Julio Iglesias?
I don't know what he's talking about either.
Was there a bit we did that was somehow...
Do you think he's thinking of somebody else?
Could be.
Because I don't remember a Julio Iglesias feud.
What older crooner did you ever have a beef with? I mean,
I did not have crooner. We had a beef with Oprah at one point.
Yeah, but that was not.
But that was not. That wasn't. We had a beef with Marissa Tomei, right?
Did we?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, because
maybe
we
it was
asked
just you.
her.
Was it you?
Maybe it was me. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember
we asked
that.
her. We asked her a question that she didn't appreciate when she was in studio.
So we don't. Yeah.
I don't remember any beef with Julio Iglesias.
I don't know that. Okay, Adam Joshua Mink just wants to say and ask how you doing.
How you doing?
Yeah, and it's DERRIN that he spelled it.
Well, that was nice.
Got to do a U in there. Okay, Melissa Berry, what prank do you, as a group or individual, Jimmy, regret doing?
That's a great question.
Man, what prank?
I remember one thing.
What?
It wasn't really a prank.
Yeah, I think we're talking about maybe the same thing.
It was
Because I
something
remember
for
one
concert
too.
tickets
Oh, what was
What
it?
was it?
where we had somebody spit in someone's face.
Oh,
That
I
was
do
awful.
remember that. Yeah.
I don't remember that. Now that you're saying it, I vaguely remember.
Yeah.
But what,
Yeah, it was not
Yes.
good.
Was I still there when that happened?
Oh, yeah.
I don't recall that one.
I
That
don't
must have been a
know.
Rich idea.
It was Rich.
Oh, okay.
Rich had to. It was a terrible bit. It was an awful bit. These people who have these long careers who say, "I don't regret one thing I ever did." They're
No,
lying.
you
How
gotta
can
regret.
not? Yeah.
All right.
That was a bad bit.
We have a question from Christopher. Jimmy, how do you slay so much tail?
Did you?
His name
Barnes,
is-
Did you make that one up?
No, his name.
Yeah.
It came in from Christopher Crash Clark.
Yeah.
I knew that was a plant.
Chris, when you're 62 with bad posture, it's very easy.
You reel
really
him in.
just comes naturally. Yeah.
Okay. Here's
Real
one from
easy.
Vinny. Jimmy,
Vinny.
around 1996, I forget the date, there was a prank involving you and a cargo plane ride to Texas to visit Barnes. I remember being glued to the station, listening every chance to hear you report through the day. A, do you remember this? If so, can you elaborate on it more? I'd love to hear the backstory. Well, it wasn't
Yeah.
to visit me. I'm the one who sent him
Right.
in a FedEx.
This was the bit that gets brought up from our past more than any, at least to me, when we shipped me in a box on UPS.
It was FedEx,
on a
I think.
plane. I think it was UPS.
Was it
UPS?
It was
Or
UPS.
okay.
And somebody asked me the other day, actually, why we did it, and I couldn't remember.
I can't either. I remember vividly packing you in the box in the studio, and there were a ton
Right.
of people around, and people were filming it. I remember transporting you to the place to drop you, and you were saying something, but it was muffled, so I just walked away because I figured it wasn't important. You had a phone and
It was a
batteries.
reason,
Something to the
though.
effect of, I can't breathe.
I don't know,
I just walked away.
but I don't
Yeah.
remember where we sent. I think we sent you to some other radio friends that I had in Dallas. My buddy Alan.
Well, if you go back and think about Dallas, yes,
I have not found that in the vault yet, by the way, and I still have hundreds of DAT tapes, and there
We gotta
are
find that.
20 bits on a DAT tape. So I may find it, but I don't remember either.
It's
don't
like the
remember.
first Super Bowl. There's no actual recording of it. Yeah.
It's somewhere. All right, last one. Gerald Williams Jr. wants to know, what, Jimmy, were your thoughts when you realized that 99X and also the Morning X with Barnes and Leslie were really coming back?
that's a good question.
I thought it was very exciting. I thought that it was brilliant foresight on the people who put it together, because I knew that there was definitely an appetite for, the kind of music that 99X plays. And I thought it was really exciting. I'll be honest, wasn't so sure about, do people want to hear the Morning X again? I didn't know. You never know.
Well, you're still
But-
right on that. They don't.
But clearly they do.
Thanks,
I mean,
Barnes.
I can clearly say the ratings for this show are very, very good. But I thought it was really exciting.
Did you? I get asked about it a lot, also on your behalf, because
Yeah.
when we started it, now we begged Jimmy to stay on the podcast we did called the Pop Culture Show, which had great traction. We were doing very well. And
I don't know if we begged him, though.
No, we did. We
Begged?
Well, at least
Okay.
I remember on a phone call going, not beg, but like saying, dude, are you sure? Are you sure?
Okay.
And then we brought in Cubby, who's great, in New York, and we had fun with him for another year.
Jimmy was our first choice.
He was our first choice. And then when the show came back, Jimmy was invited to participate and declined. He was still in, a state of mourning for his father, right?
Yeah, and I just wasn't in the headspace for it.
I get that.
It wasn't something I felt like I wanted to do. But also, you guys got to understand, like, I created a business 12 years ago that I have worked very hard to build.
So did I.
And you did too. Your business has a little bit more flexibility with time
choices
than mine does. And so doing a morning show is like, because I've done it, is every day.
It's a lot.
That's what you do, is a morning show. Leslie, I have no idea how you do it. Like Barnes, I get, because you are the master time manipulator. Like you, I mean that in a good way. Like you're with time blocking, you're very disciplined with that. I have no idea, Leslie, how you are one of the most powerful women in all of country music. And I'm not just, that's not an opinion. That's right. That's factual.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have this incredible job running a TV network and have time to do a daily radio show.
I
don't know how you do it.
I do it because I enjoy it.
I enjoy it too when I come on.
I love radio,
right.
and I loved 99X. Love working with you guys, so that's really why I do it.
Well, fast forward, Jimmy calls me every week now and wants to know when he's going to come on next.
Well, because I love doing this. It would be impossible for me to do it every day.
I know. I love that you come back more often. And the last question is from me. When you're driving around and you hear like Best of the Morning X and then you hear us on the radio, is that weird?
That's a good question.
Do you feel like you're somewhere that you should be in that place? Is it a weird thing? Because I don't know, because I can't drive around and listen to myself.
You mean when I'm driving around?
When you're driving around and we're on the radio laughing and having a great time, is it weird?
Yes, and frustrating, because you'll be talking about something and I will often find myself chiming in because in my car, because it's natural. I'll hear you bring something up and I'll be like, come on, Barnes.
We've got to mic you. We've got to put in your car. We've got to install.
Yes.
And we love your
frustrating.
take on things because it's always a different take.
That's great.
The honest answer is yes.
All right. Thanks for the questions. Jimmy is here all morning. Today, it's the Morning X with Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy on 99X.